Hey guys, welcome back to our Gourmology channel. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to do that now. We have a lot more coming your way. Today we're going to be making a spaghetti bolognese, which is really awesome because you can kind of prep the sauce ahead, keep it in the freezer. When you have a late night at work or whatever the case is, you can take it out and just put it in the pot, boil some pasta. It's pretty simple to make. We're going to start off by dicing some vegetables, and then we'll take it to the stove. Tonight we're going to be using a combination of beef, veal, and ground pork. It'll make it a little bit more tender instead of using all beef. So to start our sauce, we want to use half an onion. You're going to cut from the top and the bottom and peel the skin away. We're going to dice this up, this way you don't have whole chunks in your sauce. If you see, you could slice it lengthwise. And then right from the top. Again, don't forget that sharp knife. All right, so we only want about half a cup. Once that is all diced up, we're gonna move it back to the tray until we're ready to cook the sauce. Our next step of prep is gonna be our carrots. So carrots typically go into a bolognese as a sweetening factor. Again, it's going to be cut on both ends. We're gonna peel this. And this time, instead of dicing, we're actually gonna grate it so that it could be nice and fine. Again, it all kind of disappears into your sauce, but you do have all the flavors there. For our bolognese today, we're going to be using a blend of beef, veal, and pork. They do sell them already put together, so you don't have to buy separate packages. It's a little bit nicer because you get some tenderness in your meat when you mix it all together. To get our sauce started today, we're going to start by drizzling a little oil in our pan. You want something that's going to be a little bit deep so that once we add our sauce to the same pan, we have enough space to work with. Now, while we're starting this, we do want to get on a pot of hot water for our pasta to boil in. So we'll leave that on the back burner so it's ready when we need it. We're going to add our diced onion first. Saute that for about 2 minutes just until it gets translucent. So once this has been sauteing for about 2 minutes, you're gonna see that it starts to turn light brown on the edges and the centers are translucent. That's when we're going to add our carrot. You're gonna keep your stove on about medium heat because carrots are sweet, so they do tend to burn quickly. Now it's time to add our meat. If you notice, we're using a wooden spoon. It's just a lot easier. You want to continuously break up the ground beef so that you have nice small chunks in your sauce. I used about 1 1/4 pounds of the combo. It helps to be using a non-stick skillet. I'm using a Tefal pan, is letter T, F-A-L. It helps a little bit. This way you're not struggling with your meat, carrots, and onions sticking to the bottom of the pan. To our mixture, we're gonna add our seasoning. So we have salt. This is about half a tablespoon. Then we are doing some black pepper. Also half a teaspoon is good. Last, I have a full tablespoon of dry oregano. I'm gonna put all those in and then toss it again. We're gonna add our tomato sauce, but the most important thing when you're adding your tomato sauce is that you want all the juices from the meat to simmer down. If not, it won't be a thick consistency. So we do like to keep this on a high heat. So now that our meat has cooked down, we're going to add the tomato sauce to the pot. I'm adding about a full can, which is 28 ounces. You're gonna toss that together. All your seasoning is already in the meat, so you don't need to, but we could taste test at the end and see if you need a little bit more salt. This is gonna simmer for about 20 minutes on medium heat. And at this point, we do have our water boiling for the pasta, so we could get that in there so it's ready when the sauce is. We're gonna take our box of pasta, which is 1 pound of pasta, enough to feed about 4 to 6 people. Toss that in your boiling water. We're just gonna make sure the water is salted as well. No measurement, salt water makes flavorful pasta. So you wanna mix up your pasta this way you don't have it all sticking together in the pot when it's time to strain it. Now that our pasta has been boiling, it is perfectly cooked, so what we're gonna do is go ahead, shut that off, and get it ready to strain. Now that our pasta is strained, our sauce is good to go as well. We're gonna toss it together. Oh man, this is the best part. If you keep your pasta on high heat, at the very last minute, you're gonna make the sauce stick to your pasta. So the starch from the pasta has a lot of flavor in it, which really adds to your final outcome. Now that everything is all cooked up, it's time to plate. As if this didn't come out beautiful as it is, I have some grana padano cheese that we're gonna finish it off by grating right on top.